What is up, everyone? I am Joseph and welcome to this video. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Joseph, what useless thing am I going to learn about RuneScape today? Well, if you listen very closely, you will learn exactly how to not only live a life that centers around feeding an unhealthy addiction, but also one that drives away all those who are close to you, because this is episode 8 of Road to Inferno. Now, if you're one of the few people that keep up to date with my menial progress that I make in Oldschool Runescape, you may be wondering why it's been over a month since I've made one of these, and it's not because I've been playing less, because trust me, ask my wife, that's most definitely not the case. These videos just take time. Not only do I have to play the game, but I also have to take out my recorder and capture milestones and drops and those oh so juicy reactions that come from pre-recorded footage and voiceovers. In short, progress videos are hard. No, I'm just kidding. They're actually some of the most relaxed content I make on this channel. I just honestly enjoy making these less than I enjoy making the other videos, so they come out less frequently. But I digress. You didn't come here for the nonsensical musings of a man in his early 20s trying to convince himself that playing a game from 2007 is a good use of his time. You came here for the gains. So let's get started in this month's progress on my road to Inferno. Now, before we get into the actual numbers, I do just want to kind of mention that Inferno thing. This series started out as a Road to Inferno, and it is still, for the most part, that. My end goal is still to start making attempts at Inferno and start making good attempts. So everything I do does lead up to that in some way or the other. That being said, the first thing we have here is runecraft training. Again, the reason I'm doing this is to unlock the Relica Elite Diaries so I can make some money more effectively through Slayer. So we started off by getting 75 runecrafting, and I did this through ZMI, and then I finished up 77 through lava runecrafting, mainly because I couldn't stand getting from 72 to 77 on lavas, so I decided to break it up with ZMI. After that, we decided to take a hit at agility and got ourselves 80 agility. I figured since someone recently recognized me in game and mentioned I need to work out more, and since God knows I'm not going to work out in real life, I might as well do a little bit of that in game. So I went ahead and got 80 agility, not only for the achievement diary, but also just to get that level 80 rounded off. After agility, I went back to runecrafting, and I was doing runecrafting kind of in the meantime while AFKing, doing some bloods. So I rounded off and got 80 runecrafting and decided I was originally going to get 82 so I wouldn't have to boost for the double astral runes, but I figured the +2 boost was not hard to get, and I was right. I was able to get that on like my first try. So I did just end up getting 80 instead of 82 just to save myself some time. After that, I worked on selling some supplies to make some money for the eventual Slayer. So I changed a lot of my Marks of Grace into amylase, and then I sold a lot of the runes that I had made from ZMI and from blood rune crafting, and then some other junk that I had just lying around in order to afford a torture amulet and an amulet of or necklace of anguish. And the main reason for that is because, again, I did plan on doing a lot of Dagonoth Kings, which is why I'm doing this diary. And I wanted to at least have that next switch taken care of. So I picked up both the torture and the anguish. So now I have the best in slot amulets for all three types of combat. So before I started Slayer, I decided to do a little bit of fire making because that was the only skill I had under 80. So I went ahead and got 80 fire making, and if you do remember from last video, I do have a master clue that requires me to burn a redwood log, so I will need 85 to 90 depending on if I want to boost it here in the near future. So I will be working on fire making when I just don't feel like doing anything else. So that's kind of my side goal, just to get that master clue done. So now that I had all of the requirements to do the Relica Elites as well as my base 80s rounded off, it was time to get started on those elites. And if you know me at all, you know I'm not much of a PVMer. I'm not very good at it, and I've never really had much of a desire to do it. But recently, now that I've come back to the game, I've gotten a little bit more intrigued by the concept of it. So I've been doing it a little bit more and more with every day. So I started off by doing Dagonoth Kings. Obviously, you have to kill one of each. So I went down there and did it, and it really wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. This is my first time ever going to the Dagonoth King's lair. I've been above it to that ladder for an elite clue, I believe, but other than that, I don't do much in that area. So I thought I was going to struggle with it quite a bit, but I was able to do at least those 3 kills relatively easily and get out of there without any deaths. Then came the more difficult part, which was kill one of each of the God Wars dungeon bosses. Now, I've done Bandos Duos before, but other than that, I've never touched the other ones. And just to say I did it, I don't think I had to because I have kill count on Bandos, but I did want to at least solo each of them, so I wanted to kill another Bandos boss. So I started off with Bandos boss, and I know the mechanics fairly well because, again, I've done duos on this from time to time. I think I have like 40 kill count or something. So I did that one first relatively easily. The solo wasn't too bad. I just went with whatever gear I had. I didn't want to have to buy extra tanky gear. Luckily, I was able to kill him without too much difficulty. I think I used almost all my supplies, but we got the kill and got on out of there. Not too difficult. Up next was Zammy because I figured that would be the next easiest because for the most part, the mechanics are the same. You just take one hit, walk under, or you attack once, walk under, attack once or twice, whatever. For the most part, the same general mechanics, just different types of damage. That one was also easy. I don't have that one recorded, unfortunately, but I was able to get that Zammy solo with relative ease. The next came Ceranomen, and this one actually was the one I was looking forward to most. So I went ahead and did that. I've just watched a lot of it, and it seems like the most interesting, mechanically interesting God Wars bosses to solo, as it involves a lot of kiting, and it just involves doing more than just either just standing there attacking or attacking and walking under. I did have a lot of fun with that one, and I think that's actually something I'll go back to more in the near future just to kind of experience it and get it down and get used to it. I think it'll be fun, not only to make a little bit of money, but just an enjoyable boss overall. After that, I decided to go to Armadillo, and that went fairly well, got the kill, and then died immediately after. In my defense, it was like 12:30 at night, and I was tired. I did not go back for my loot because getting ecumenical keys was just absolute cancer that night, so I just lost the 500k and didn't even worry about it. But that did round off my God Wars dungeon trips and really all of the highest level PVM I've ever done before. And I was able to do it, so that was kind of a confidence booster. So from there on, it was just a lot of Slayer, and that's really what I've been doing mostly, or what I've mostly been doing from last Progressity till now. A lot of Slayer. I did some Caliphite Queen, and that is another boss that I find not enjoyable more than just relaxing. I like the fact that I can kill a boss and it's just completely controllable by you. You can pretty much tell Caliphite Queen when not to attack, when to attack, and you bank after every, or at least you base after every kill. So it's a little more controllable, and I like that. And I think once I get the Caliphite Queen head, I will be doing more of that boss, especially once I get a Dragon Warhammer. I've also been doing a lot of Dagonoth Kings. I think in total I've done 600 to 700 KC overall. All three combined, and I'm enjoying that a lot. I didn't think I was really going to enjoy it too much, and I thought I was really just going to end up doing it just for the money, which was the main reason to do it, but I'm enjoying it more just as an activity now. And I really I didn't think I was really going to worry about this towards the beginning, but after talking with one of my friends, I realized that I do enjoy extending my trips. It was something that I didn't think of to start. I was really just going there with a preset setup that I see everyone use and just going until I run out of supplies, not really worrying too much about conserving supplies or seeing how long I can make my trips last. But as I got better and better at it, I realized how much fun it is to see those higher bone stacks count up. And right now my record is 92 in a trip, and that's only because that was the end of my task, and I haven't had another task since then. Other than half of a task I did at DKS. So I haven't had a chance to top that, but I fully believe I can easily get one full task in a trip. And that's kind of exciting and encouraging, and just more fun in general. Having a lot of fun with DKs and just all the other higher-ish level PVM that I've been doing lately. And it's nice that it's actually making me money. So I'm really glad I got those Relica Elites done, and those bones are now pure profit instead of just lying on the floor. So other than those bosses and some other Slayer tasks, I got 85 Slayer throughout all of that, which is kind of a big milestone for me. Never had that before in RuneScape, only had 80 in in RS3. So getting 83 was nice, and then I, at that point, was pretty much out of money. The way I slay is kind of I just slay and buy supplies and then just keep going until I run out of money, and that's my stopping point. So 85 Slayer was pretty much exactly that stopping point. So I went ahead and sold everything I had, which was, again, about 45 Caliphite Queen kills, 600 Dagonoth King kills, and just miscellaneous loot through all the other tasks. And it came out to 23 mil which was quite a bit. It boosted my bank from literally 100K to 23 mil. Now I am currently somewhat borrowing a little bit of money. So I originally cashed that money in to buy more supplies and like a Ring of Suffering and some other gear I needed. So I started this Slayer grind with about 7 mil cash and turned it into 23 mil. And now I not only have enough to repay that money I'm borrowing, but I also have extra money on top of that. So that's pretty nice to see. So that is really where I'm at right now in terms of the progress on my account. I'm going to show my stats on screen now just so you can get a little glimpse of what they are, because I don't mention everything that I do. You can see one thing that I think is really cool is the 87 farming, almost 88 at this point. It's just nice to see that farming, because farming runs have always been something I avoided and just really didn't feel like doing. So just doing them as a daily is not only easy and relaxing, but it's nice to see that I get up there in level. And I'm actually pretty excited to hit that 99 in the next few months once I eventually get up there. But that is really all I have in terms of progress. But going forward, what I will be focusing on is mainly making money. I do want to hit that 60 mil mark to get that Dragon Warhammer, and that's the next big item I'm shooting for. So that is primarily what I'm focusing on. So hopefully within the next few weeks, I'll have another progress video for you guys to peruse and glance over as you carry on your day. But I hope you did enjoy this one, and I hope you are enjoying the content I am producing on this channel. If you have any questions about my account or anything in general, leave it in the comments below. But that is all I have for this video. Again, I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I will see you next time.